Hi, my loves. Hi. Hello, guys. You're welcome to the amazing episode of the Responsibility Podcast. Don't forget that this podcast is the platform for you to be expressive and a reality check. We've not had a refreshing episode in a long time, guys. Like, I think this is one refreshing episode. Season 3 has been amazing. But for me to say that this is an amazing episode, this is a refreshing episode, it means a lot. So, guys, this is our recap episode, our first recap episode for the season. Actually, we were supposed to have a recap episode at episode 10, but something really important happened and we had to talk about it. So, I think I'm going to be giving a recap, but I'm going to concentrate more on one of the episodes I was speaking about because we're just running of the Love Island USA season 8. So, and I just love, guys. I believe that people tell me that my standards are high. Oh, Oluchi this, but I just believe that there's someone out there for everybody, and everybody that will make your heart glad is out there. But also, I'm giggly. You can't blame me. Like, this is really one episode I'm really grateful for. So we started this up this season. I'm just going to give one line per everything. So my eyes keeps twitching. I'm just going to give one line, then I'm going to concentrate and just round up with the Love Island episode. We first of all had a trailer episode and we titled Perfection is Hectic. I am one person that believes that you just have to get through life just doing your best, basically. Then went ahead in episode 1 to talk about what are we grateful for. I'm a very grateful person. I believe that everything that I have, everything that God has given to me is because of continuous gratitude. Then went to have to talk about adulthood, and I featured in episode 1 we featured Shizuki. I think he was our first guest. I'm sorry. Shizuki was our first sorry, Chizuki was our first guest on episode 1. We had our second guest, adulthood, where we said we actually thought it was easy. We had Benita on that episode. The third episode we had was I think we talked about what was the third episode, guys? The third episode, the third episode. The third episode, we talked about Mother's Day. From Mother's Day, we talked about a private conversation. For Mother's Day, we featured Chisom. On the fourth episode, we had a private conversation. On the fifth episode, we talked about the living episode. I think we're celebrating the feast of unleavened bread. On the sixth episode, we talked about religion, where I said that we should always choose our relationship with God. On the seventh episode, we talked about starting, guys. Start. You never know when your own time will come. Just start and just face it head on. On the episode, we talked about our flaw, and I remember saying that we should be less judgmental. I remember that the fact that you are this person does not make you better than the other person. Really, what makes your flaw greater than the other person's flaw? On episode 9, we spoke about. Oh my god. On episode 9, I'm so sorry. On episode 9, we talked about our mindset, and it was a thing of us taking our belief that we should not limit who our Heavenly Father is. On episode 10, we spoke about my daddy. My daddy, I think it's just 10 years this is 3 years, sorry, since I lost my dad. On episode 11, we spoke about Netflix original, behind the scene. We spoke about, I think that is when we started talking about relationship from here. Then from here, we spoke about, on episode 12, we spoke about what truly matters. On episode 13, we spoke about stating the standards. On episode 14, we did self introspection. I think that was a space where I was just trying to recall what the year has been and just focusing on basically things that will improve myself. And I think I gave each and every one of us an advice on episode 15, same self introspection. For episode 16 and 17, we had Benny, where we talk about accountability, and girls' code. That is a topic we'll get back to, I promise. On episode 18, we spoke about Love Island USA. Guys, this is where I'm going to be doing my recap because we just rounded that off. But first of all, let's go to episode 19, where we spoke about you're the first recipient of your decision. And we said this was a rude awakening. So we are going to just summarize and just keep it brief because I feel like at the end of the day, we, like I had said on that episode, that we know what the truth is and it's okay if we stick by what is really the truth. So now, and really, why I call this a recap episode, guys. Love Island USA season 8. We're just running off the season, and I believe that everybody had one or two to say about it. But I'm just going to keep a short summary of everything and just highlight my top moment. Obviously, there is Trinity, there is Anaya, there is Carl, there is Bryce. And I believe when I said at the beginning of this episode that I'm just giggling about a lot of things, because I love love and I do a lot of reality TV shows. I said that in the previous episode. I believe that for everything that will set our hearts to believe, that thing that we feel like we deserve when it comes to finding our life partner, when it comes to finding love, it is something that I think we should hold on to. Because in the case of Anaya, she had started up a couple with Casey. And even though me and my friend, I wish Chioka was here, me and my friend, we are always going back and forth about this. But I just want to point something out. In the case of Anaya, when she felt like, oh, she liked Casey, but there is this idea and imagination of who she thought her ideal man should look like, or how she feels she should be treated when she's in a relationship. So even though Casey kept reassuring, even though Casey kept saying a lot of things, to her it felt like it was giving, oh, there is something under this, um, I there's something under your face that I'm not seeing. So Casey had done a lot of reassuring. Casey has done a lot of, oh, I feel like, oh, there's feeling getting involved and everything, but still she was not able to open up. And I look at Anaya and I see myself. I have been involved in certain relationship that I tell myself that I like this guy, but what is stopping me from going all in? And I remember, if I'm being honest, when I speak to my friends, I tell them that I just feel like I deserve someone that is all about me. And people feel like that is impossible. People feel like there is somebody out there that, regardless of what your MO is at the beginning, if that person is all about you at the beginning, the person is all about you. I don't know how to say this. Anaya story is something that I admire a lot. Like, for some reason, everybody kept telling her that Casey likes you, and she likes Casey. But Casey was not all about her, and that is why it was impossible for her to get, for her and Casey to get to the point where Casey wanted her to get to. But with somebody that is all about you, with somebody that you don't get what it means, that when they were given a chance to choose, she chose somebody, she cried, she felt like she did a lot of heartbreaking things that this guy will talk, say, ah, this guy don't even like me, I don't think I have a chance. But when chance gave them a second time, when time gave them a second chance, this guy still worked. Cal still came into the villa and was all about Anaya. Guys, somebody that is all about you is out there. And I just needed to I needed to point that out on this episode. I'm sorry, like I just went through other episodes, but Love Island, this particular season, just reaffirmed my thought process when I say there is somebody that is going to be all about you. You don't need to compromise. In the point of Trinity, when we talk about Trinity and Bryce as a couple, it just reminds me that a solid foundation is very difficult to build, but when you build a solid foundation, the relationship and everything is going to stand the test of time. I don't know. I don't love. Have I ever been in love? I don't think it's a question I can answer now, because the truth is I don't know. Actually, I don't know. But there's just something I love about love that just makes you giggly, that just makes you, I don't know. This episode is just so refreshing for me because I can't be hearing it all. Um, I thoroughly enjoyed the season, even though it had its flops. But I thoroughly enjoyed the season of Love Island, and because I could relate to Anaya, I could relate to everything she was feeling, because I don't know how to date more than one person. So I think it was really difficult for her to be on a show like Love Island. And she found her person, guys. I don't care what anybody says, but at the ending of the episode, you will see Carl saying, I'm going to pick you over and over again. And Anaya, that feeling of gratitude that the guy gave her at the time of the day. She said something that makes sense. She said, the guy makes me shine in every room I walk into, guys. I wrote my diary. I have to write this down. I want to experience love. I'm not compromising. I have to write this down. I have to, like, I will experience love. I have to write this down. I have to always remind myself, don't compromise, and just know that what is for you will come for you. I will experience love. I will not compromise. I need you guys to see that and believe it. Somebody out there is all about you, and just keep working on yourself, keep growing. And I think that is what makes Carl and Anaya the perfect match. These are people that are in constant business of growing. And I don't know, congratulations to Rise and and Trinity. It was decided a long time, but I feel like the real winners, not to downplay anybody's connection like Melanie and Cecilia, but I just believe that I believe in I just believe in love that gives you time to process everything. I'm just a fan of Anaya and Carl. And I think that is all on this episode. A lot of other we're going to be breaking into other segments and more vulnerable episodes coming up on season 3. So I implore you guys to watch that and thoroughly engage. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's going to pop on the screen. Okay, guys. Don't forget to engage on this conversation. Yeah, it's a fresh gist. Let's engage on Love Island US. So tell me what you think on the conversation. Your favorite couple and everything. Shishi, I want to see you on the comment section. On Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. It's going to pop on the screen. Engage us too on our socials, our Instagram page, our TikTok, our podcast. My private handle, Oluchi. I'm your host, Imitizi Oluchi Gloria. Don't forget to spread love, because love is God. Love. I'm giggling too much. Don't forget to spread love, because God is love, love is God. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you guys on the next one.